Yo, what's up everyone? It's Vegas. It's been about almost 2 years since I made a video. It's because I've been working my ass off to retire, which I did this year, or actually in 2023. And gonna give me a lot more time to spend out in the garage. So I'm gonna tell you what's going on and the projects I'm planning on doing and seeing if you guys have any interest in me videoing it. But first, let me open up my beer. It's early in the morning, it's raining here. So I'm gonna have a breakfast beer, or 4 or 5. What I did was, in the end of 23, I ended up purchasing another Grizzly 700 for my wife. The reason why I did that, she had the Kodiak 450, just right here, and she absolutely loves it. But every time we'd go on camping trips, sometimes our adult children would come, and only having 2 quads. So what I did was I bought another Grizzly. I'm gonna keep that one for when any of the kids come up. I'll take up all 3, and that way a lot more people can ride, because nobody likes to ride bitch. So I bought this, it's 2023. We have not rode it at all, besides taking it out of the truck and putting it in the garage. And there's a few things I did immediately, and I'll get into that with what I'm going to do in video if you guys want it. There's a few things I've done without videoing, and one of them is installing the black oak 10-inch single row light bar. So very simple to do. It comes with everything that you need, but I do not like using their mounting hardware, so I go through Axis, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and whatever you need they have. And I like it because it gives me so many different mounting options and adjustments. I haven't cleaned it all up yet, but what I did was, and I could even take this back off to show you guys how I installed it, and I tied into the high beam light switch. That way I didn't have to add the switch that comes with it, didn't have to drill any holes in the plastic to add. I didn't have to get another bracket for it, etc. It's just so much cleaner and easier and convenient to have it in the high switch. So she's cruising around, turn on her low beam lights, these 2 front LED ones come on, she goes in a high. This one, which is not LED, it's halogen, and Yamaha still cannot spend the extra 50 cents for an LED light, which kills me. And there's a lot of complaints I got with Yamaha, which I very rarely have. But when you hit the high beams, the now LED light that I replaced and put in comes on along with the light bar. And I got her the single row because usually she's behind me and I don't want her blinding the shit out of me. On mine, I had the same black oak 10-inch light bar, but it's double row. So what I did right when we got this, I ordered the Yamaha cargo box that I've been eyeballing that since 16, 17, but they were $400 and something, and I wasn't gonna spend that. I looked at it in early December of 23, and I found them for $230, right around there with free shipping, so I ordered them. And I have not installed that one yet. It's super simple, but if you guys would like to see it done and how it fits, I could make a video on that. So then I called Eric down at EHS Racing and told him that I'd like a few modifications to it. So I ordered their big 3 for the Grizzly. And that comes with an exhaust, which I got the black Empire exhaust pipe. Came with the air box, already done, that way I don't have to modify it. Eric does that along with the lid. And it came with the uni filter. I did not go with the K&N filter. So that's a complete setup. Comes with the boot that you're going to replace. You take that one out and you're going to replace it. And also came with the fuel controller that I do not have to set up. Like it says on the package, it says preset 4 had my name on it, and it's 19 plus Big 3 Grizzly 700. So the fuel controller is completely set up. All I have to do is install it. Super easy. And for those that may struggle with this, Eric provides detailed instructions for the airbox, for the controller. The exhaust came actually from Empire, and I got that, I want to say it was the very next day, no more than 2 days after I placed the order with Eric. And I called them, obviously 3-hour time difference. He's in the Carolinas, I believe. I'm in the Pacific time zone. So they already closed. I left a message. Very next morning, Eric calls me up. Great customer service. I told him what I wanted to do, and this is what he set it up for. So obviously with the ATVs, side-by-sides, coming so lean from the manufacturer, you could kick probably California in the ass for that. They tend to fuck up everything, but you gotta have a fuel controller for it to run, which richens it up, and it runs how it's supposed to run, and you won't have any overheating issues. I already put on the Empire exhaust. Like I said, I went with the black, and it looks fantastic. They surprised me when I put this on, because I wanted something a little bit more throaty, because my wife likes that. I do not. So this came, like I said, either a day or 2 days later. It's one bolt that holds it on. You got the pipe springs up top. Get those off, bolt it right on. And a quiet core. So I didn't have the quiet core in, and I fired this up in the garage, and it sounded like a freaking NASCAR. It was loud. It was so loud my wife goes, I don't like that. So I put in silent core, and it is still loud. So we're gonna have to see on the first trip whether or not my wife likes it. And if she doesn't, I'll just take it off. I'll put the stock one back on, and probably have to make some adjustments to the fuel controller. But if she doesn't like it, Mama don't like it, I gotta take it out, and then I'll just sell it. I did take off all the stickers with my heat gun on low heat, peeled everything off. Drives me nuts. And also the riveted on the left fenders, where they have all the warning labels that they rivet in. I removed those. I did not drill them out. What I did was I cut them from the back with a pair of angle cutters about 3 times, and I cut it flush to it. And with a small screwdriver, I was able to pop off the back, and they came right out. That way there was 0 change with the diameter in the plastic for the rivets. I ordered, I believe, this one off of eBay. It comes with the plates, comes with the rivets, everything you need to do, and they matched up perfectly. I also have some that I ordered from Etsy. Came from a guy from Canada, and it took a little longer for shipping, obviously. Have not installed them yet, but I'll show you what it looks like. And I like it because it's a black versus the stainless look. Back into things I do not like from Yamaha. Yamaha seems every year to get cheaper and cheaper. For example, if you look on the back here, and these are small little things, but it pisses people off. In the back here is where your factory little tool pouch would come with the rubber strap. Yeah, it's not much. It's cheap parts, spark plug remover, like I don't even know if it's a Phillips screwdriver. It has just very few tools in it. Yamaha decided they will not provide those on their ATVs anymore. I called the dealer up because I did not know this. I'm like, hey dude, I'm missing my toolkit. He's like, well, let's look into it. He found out that they do not provide it, and I verified that through Yamaha. And that's just cheap for them to save literally probably $1. They still have not figured out, like I've already mentioned, the high beam light, the light on the handlebars, they keep that halogen. Absolutely ridiculous. So I ended up putting a LED light in. Took me minutes to do. Now when it comes to plastic, I don't know if it was just this machine or if it's all the machines, but I have seen videos on people with 23s and 24s, and I'm not sure if it's the 22s, about the fit and finish of the plastic. And for example, this top lid has a huge gap, so when you turn on your high beams, light is going to be in your face. So I've seen many videos on people complaining about that. So for right now, I just put in 2 little strips of rubber adhesive weather stripping just for now. But I'm going to take it back apart, and I'm going to heat up this plastic, and I'm going to make it fit like a factory, like how Yamaha should ship these out. And they also, and I don't know if this is set up through your dealer or what, but the fit from your hydraulic brake reservoirs do not fit behind the plastic. I've loosened it up, I got it to the best I can, and it's still hitting on the plastic up top. And then we get into the front. The front rack, this plastic lid and the lid that fits on top of it absolutely is a horrible fit. I don't know what Yamaha did to screw this up, but their quality assurance is horrific. So when I took this off to do the light bar, this lid was a bitch to get out. It's hitting the front tube of your rack. So I even loosened it up at the bottom, tried to move them, did whatever I can to get it out. It feels like you're gonna break this. And when you put them back in, it's the same way. It just does not fit right. And it hits, the tube hits the plastic. I made a ton of adjustments and nothing seems to work. And then when I put the rack back on, it just seemed like the holes and everything did not align. So I loosened up at the base here where the rack comes in and bolts down to the frame. There's the front, there's the top. And it still was a bitch putting on this front rack, which these two, doing the same process, is absolutely simple and easy to do. This one, don't know how they could screw that up. Okay, there goes my rant. These are the ones I got off of Etsy from that guy in Canada, and I think they look fantastic. So again, it comes with rivets. Also, these are black rivets. The stainless ones came with stainless rivets, and I have not put it on yet. I took the factory ones off and have not put these on yet. All right, guys, just let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see done. I got plenty of time to do it. And thanks for watching, and remember, have fun, ride safe, and live life, boys.